Hello, this is VNews Podcast Daily and following today's headlines.
Government holds regular meeting. Vietnam becomes owner of 10 Asian records. War correspondent honored with state award.
The government convened in Hanoi on May 27th to review socio-economic performance in May and the first 5 months of this year and discuss a draft resolution to promote global economic integration.
Cabinet members agreed that the country's socio-economic situation is moving on the right track. The consumer price index has kept falling since this March. In May, it rose by only 2.78% from last December, the lowest rise over the past 3 years. In addition, the ceiling interest rates on savings in Vietnamese dong dropped to 12% from 14%. In the first 5 months, the country generated jobs for over 612,000 people, of whom 32,140 were sent abroad as guest workers. However, according to cabinet members, the country's industrial growth remained low from the same period of last year. The Industrial Development Index for the first 5 months went up only 4.2%, 50% lower than the same period of the last 2 years. Businesses in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City are still struggling with the lack of capital, falling purchasing power, and interest rates, which have been reduced but remain high.
The authorities of Ho Chi Minh City and Yangon of Myanmar have agreed to bolster economic cooperation between the two localities and countries.
The agreement was reached between Secretary of the Municipal Parties Committee Lê Thanh Hải, Chairman of the Municipal People's Committee Lê Hoàng Quân, and Yangon Region Chief Minister U Minh Su at separate receptions to the Yangon high-ranking delegation's visit to Vietnam on May 26th. Hải highlighted the establishment of the relationship between Ho Chi Minh City and Yangon and said the delegation's visit aims to discuss the implementation of the side agreements. Meanwhile, the city's mayor Quân said Ho Chi Minh City and Yangon have a huge potentials for expanding ties in economics, trade, tourism, culture, education, and healthcare. In the coming time, around 170 businesses from Ho Chi Minh City will attend the city's investment promotion and trade fair in Yangon, he added. For his part, U Minh Su said his delegation explored investment opportunities and sought partners in the city. He took the occasion to invite Ho Chi Minh City's businesses to further conduct market research in Yangon.
Vietnam has become the proud owner of 10 Asian records and received certificates for them from the Asia Book of Records in Ho Chi Minh City on May 26.
Among the records is the biggest bronze pagoda, which sits on the top of Yên Tử Mountain in the northern province of Quảng Ninh. The 70-ton pagoda was restored in June 2006. This pagoda is unique for its totally bronze-made architecture, including columns and beams linked together by jar motifs instead of weld. Additionally, noteworthy is the blind boy named Bùi Ngọc Thị 12 from the central province of Khánh Hòa. With efforts to overcome challenges, he can play 7 kinds of musical instruments. I learned how to play musical instruments at the age of 6, firstly with drums, then ancient guitar, organ, and 2-chord fiddle. It was quite difficult for a beginner to learn for the first time. When I touched ancient guitar, it hurt me and I bled. At first, I simply keen on learning, but this later developed into a great passion. The remaining records include Gondar Prison Relic Site of Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu Province, a lobby with 500 Arhat statues, and a bronze gold inlaid statue in the northern province of Ninh Bình, Củ Chi Tunnels near Ho Chi Minh City, the longest drive quay in the northern province of Quảng Ninh, and Bodhisattva statue in the central highland city of Đà Lạt. The recognition of the 10 Asian records has contributed to promoting images of Vietnam and its people to international friends.
The Vietnam News Agency and the Naval Command are implementing a project to narrow the gap between Trường Sa archipelago and the mainland.
As part of the project, almost 180 photos depicting the images of family members of Trường Sa soldiers and their homeland are on display at an exhibition that opened in Song Tử Tây on May 18th and Trường Sa Lớn Island on May 23rd. I am really moved when I see the photos of my parents, my wife, my son, and other members in my family. I'm extremely happy to feel that the distance between island and the mainland is being narrowed. Now I kiss you, my son. When I see these photos, I feel that Trường Sa is no longer far from the mainland, and the mainland's feelings are overwhelming all islands. Acting as postman from late March to early April 2012, photojournalists of the VNA took photos of 10 families of Trường Sa soldiers in Hanoi, Hải Phòng, Hà Nam, Thái Bình, and Nam Định provinces. I think the VNA delegation's visit to families of soldiers, officers, and people in the Trường Sa archipelago is significant, as the RIA is always a firm support for each soldier on the island, helping them fulfill their assigned tasks to defend the country's sovereignty over sea, islands, and continental shelf. The photos are considered as family letters to Trường Sa soldiers. They not only carry fine sentiments attaching Trường Sa and the motherland, but also confirm the country's sea and island sovereignty. The photos will later be presented to Trường Sa soldiers for further exhibition.
Photojournalist Chu Chí-thanh is among few successful photo correspondents during the war. Recently, he has been honored with the State Awards for Literature and Arts in the field of photography.
Whenever Thanh unfolds his war photos, the memories of war vividly materialize in his mind. After graduating from the Hanoi University in 1966, Thanh was assigned to work for Vietnam News Agency. Since then, the young journalist enthusiastically went out to battlefields and always turned up in time to capture historic moments. Thanh photos once made a significant impact on soldiers and people in the cause of Southern liberation and national unification. They are of both aesthetic and content value. Through a lens of a war correspondent, Thanh reflected truthfully the life and image of the Vietnamese people during the war. Each photo tells a short life story and optimism of an unyielding nation without making audiences feel heartrending or grievous. Sometimes, the thought of death flashed through my mind, but it didn't stop me from going ahead. That's why my photos mostly feature victorious postures of the Vietnamese soldiers and people. I thought it was our duty to capture historic moments of the nation. The collection, From Dark Prison to Home, is one of the few photos which earned him the State Awards this year. It includes 4 photos taken in February or March 1973 in a troop exchange among the Democratic Republic of Vietnam, the Provisional Government of the Republic of South Vietnam, the US, and the Republic of Vietnam on the bank of Thạch Hãn River, following resounding success of Paris Peace Accords. It was the largest troop exchange that I had ever seen. These photos feature hosts of soldiers joyfully raising slogans on their way back home. This scene really touched my heart, and I promptly raised lens to capture these lively moments. These valuable photos demonstrated Thanh sentiments towards soldiers and the country's initial successes in the fight against the US imperialists. The war faded away, but memories of hardship and heroism remain vividly in some people's heart, including artist Chu Chí-thanh. Thanh also used to undertake the position of the head of the Vietnam News Agency Photography Department and president of the Vietnam Artistic Photographers Association for the 2005 and 2009 period.
And that is the end of the news today. Thanks for watching and see you next time.